Hello everyone, this is Mr. TLatch and you are watching Mr. TLatch Plays Madden 13. I recorded a trailer for this, but I tried to upload it and it was being dumb and poopy, so you're not going to see it unless I upload it in a separate YouTube video thing. So I don't know if you saw there, I picked the Seattle Seahawks because they're my favorite team, and we're playing the Green Bay Packers. Um, just to show you that I kind of know what I'm talking about a little bit. Gameplay is not as great as I wanted it to be, but I digress. So, Seahawks are rated 87, Packers rated 88. Put it on all Madden because I'm not a wuss, and so that's just how it rolls. So I decided that because I wanted to play this game, I wanted to talk about what I know best about this team. And what I know best about this team is that everyone is rated pretty evenly across the board. I don't think there's anyone lower than an 82, and I don't think there's anyone higher than a 95, I want to say. So here I get the ball. Really doesn't matter to me whether I get the ball or not. Run it over to the 21-yard line, which is great. As long as I get it in the end zone and I run it past the 20, I am happy. So the other thing that I really like about this team is they're rated pretty evenly across the board. So having a fast quarterback like they do really adds another dimension. So that's really great. I mean, because you always need a good quarterback around your team. But it also opens up the play action like I have here. Here I was like, oh, no, never mind. Run it up the field and get a few yards. That was great. Got a good 7 yards. I think that's the longest running play I have in this game. But I also selected 3-minute quarters so it wouldn't be too long, but it ended up being 30 minutes anyway. So yeah, that's fine. The other thing that really makes this team is having a mobile quarterback, but also having a really good offensive line. So here I ran it up the field, so I was going to go for a short pass here. Usually when I go for the short pass, that red line right there, Marshawn Lynch is open across the middle, which he was. Got a good first down there. Went to the hurry-up offense and switched it to the corner thingy, I think. No, I went with draw. I went with a draw play, just because it was the first down of the game, or first down. Yeah. So got about 6 yards there, 4 yards there, sorry. And then now I switched to the corner pass thingy there. This one usually works out a lot better when I'm not playing on all Madden. Let me just preface that. But here I was kind of feeling a little weird about it because those guys were pressing up really close, and I hate it when that happens. I like it better when they're in zone coverage because I can usually get behind them. But I was like, whatever, I got this. So I went over here and I threw it to Marshawn Lynch because I didn't see anything else, and that guy was coming up on me really fast, and I was scared and I was going to cry like a little girl. So I threw it to Marshawn Lynch and it got knocked down and almost intercepted, which made me almost wet myself. So here I go to the weak eye formation, and I went with, I believe, tight end corner? I'll show play art. Yep, went with tight end corner. The reason why I did that is because I have a Pro Bowl tight end in Zach Miller, and he's usually open, but I think I actually ended up getting sacked on this play. Oh, and I also switched Rice to an in route instead of that stupid route that he was running because that was dumb and stupid. So here we go, looking for Zach Miller, got him, running, and there we go. Across the 50-yard line into enemy territory. So I got the ball first, and the reason why I don't like getting the ball first is because I'm usually pressured. Oh, here's power. I love the power in this game, or with this team, because my fullback is also a Pro Bowler. So he can get that edge sealed right here, as you see. And I actually ran it with my second string guy, who's also pretty good. His name is Robert Turbin, drafted out of Utah State. So, what was he saying? Can't remember. Here I go with another this is a play action power zero, which means he's gonna go in motion, play like the power zero, and then I got a lucky pass into triple coverage to Sidney Rice. I was so happy. I did a live comm earlier, but you didn't get to hear it because the audio was messed up because I'm a terrible editor. So we got that good one off to Sidney Rice, who is a pretty good wideout. We actually pumped our stats up a little bit with drafting Percy Harvin. Not drafting Percy Harvin. With signing Percy Harvin. And then here, I believe I switched Circle, who's Golden Tate, to a... Did I switch? Yeah. Deep curl route, I believe. But end of the second, or end of the first quarter. So here, I believe I went with a counter. It's so hard to, yeah, went with a counter, and the reason why I did that is because you see those two linebackers spread like that. When that happens, that usually means they're either in man or, yeah, they're in man, and you can get that good block. Spin doesn't always work out. Sometimes you can get it, sometimes that happens where your guy actually gets caught mid-animation, and whatever direction he's facing, he starts running that way. It can usually work out even worse for you, but there it actually was okay. And so here I went with the deep pass because he's going with that angle route, which I love so much. And I also had Zach Miller running that, I don't know what to call it. I'm going to call it a corner route, but he runs it to the outside right there. Got intercepted. Only interception in the game, I assure you. But I was getting way too greedy with that. And AJ Hawk, who is a pretty decent linebacker and who can catch really well, it seems, picked me off there. So, got to deal with that. But other than that, I think I was doing pretty good for myself the whole way. I think for now, my defensive play, I will tell you, was pretty atrocious during this game. Usually when you run man coverage with the Seahawks, the corners will do their jobs pretty well. Do like a man zone type thing like I'm doing here. I did the cover one press, which covers that middle part from any tight ends that are trying to sneak up. But it doesn't really do much for the edge or for the run, as you can see here. And Cedric Benson ran the ball all day long in this game. I never knew Cedric Benson was that good, but there's a play here it might be coming up where I think I blitzed him, and he still ended up breaking 3 tackles and going for 6 yards, which it's either all Madden being cheap or it's Cedric Benson just being Cedric Benson. I'm not sure. But here you can see I went with a cover 2, I believe. Something like that. And here I believe I had 3 timeouts. Yeah, I had 3 timeouts going into the 2-minute warning. And I needed to get the ball back so I could score something. I wanted to get some type of points on the board. And you'll see what happens. But here I went with the 2-man under, backed off because I saw they had Jordy Nelson right there, and I figured he was going to run deep, which he does. They caught it short, though, anyway, and they ended up getting the first down. Not cool. Now it's actually it's heartbreaking to say, but that was my weak side during this game. But that was also the side where I had Marcus Trufant, which that doesn't really sound right to say. Marcus Trufant was on my weak side because if anyone knows anything about Marcus Trufant, he is amazing. Like he has been, I think he's gotten Defensive Player of the Year awards, and he's an outstanding cornerback. But he is getting into his later years, and he just moved to the Jacksonville Jaguars, which that pretty much, the bell tolls for that guy's career, which is really sad because he's had a fantastic career all year. And there's the deep bomb that slipped past my cover 4. I still don't know how that happened. I had Richard Sherman playing on him the whole way down the field. He just snuck out into that edge like Jordy Nelson does. I don't understand. It was that was disgraceful. It really was. So here I'm blitzing, and this was kind of where the poo-poo hit the fan, and I was not doing very well after this. Played man coverage, got open down the middle, and I just barely caught him with Thurman, and then Sherman got him as well. So Richard Sherman, probably one of the better cornerbacks in the league. I'll definitely put him up in the top 5. For me, he's number 1, but realistically, top 5. Now, here we go. I went cover 3. The reason why I did that is because cover 3 in the goal line helps you keep that sideline type of thing while also covering the middle. Like you pretty much have everything locked down unless they do a draw play, which I didn't suspect they were going to do, but they ended up doing the pitch, and I got it anyway because I'm just that awesome. But I believe here they try and throw it, and I knock it down. I don't remember this because this is a long time ago. Nope, they got it across the middle, but see, I had that linebacker lined up right there, so I was able to bring him down just before the goal line. And here we go. I was getting a little shaky at this point because I didn't want to be down going into the second half. I was pretty scared. I get really emotional when these games happen. So I think it's a little better. Oh, here we go. Yep. So I chased him down, got the tackle at the 1-yard line again, and called the timeout because I wanted about, I believe it was 40 seconds, and they had 30 seconds. So I was gonna, get the ball with only like 15 seconds left. So they kick the field goal. They get it. Spoiler alert. And I was down by 3 going into the second half. Really sad, really depressed. Wanted to win this game very much. So I would go in, and I decided that this was not going to stop me. You cannot stop me. You cannot stop the TLatch. So he gives me the ball. Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say something. He gives me the ball, ran it back, dodged that one to the 21-yard line. Always helps that you're consistent. I have Steven Hauschka. He's okay. The only reason I say he's not great is because I remember a play in a Falcons game a long time ago. It was ancient history at this point. He went for a 60-yarder, couldn't get it, so whatever. But anyway, get the toss, got a good seal, good 9-yard run. That's always a good thing to see when you get that toss play. Here I went deep, I think. Pretty sure I went deep. Should have threw it to circle, watching that now, but I got it. Oh no, I didn't. It got knocked down because I threw it in the triple coverage, which was not a smart idea on my part. But I should have seen circle. I'm actually kicking myself right now. Can you hear it? You hear me kicking myself? It's because I'm not creepy internet pervs. Anyway, so I'm really ashamed of this, actually. I have 17 seconds left, and I figured, alright, as long as I can get it on the sideline, I should be good and dandy, and I should be able to get at least a field goal by this point. So I got the ball, saw circle, threw it. I don't see how that does not get me the time I need. I had to call the timeout because I wasn't going to make it back there. I have 11 seconds left. Had to go with the deep ball down the middle. And this is where sadness starts. Went with the spread formation because I got those 4 guys lined up, all wide receivers, all pretty talented. I believe I went with the corner strike again. I think I'm going to actually get it to Tate this time. Yep, there he is. Tate, got it, out of bounds. That's how it's done, Sidney Rice. Try and learn from him. Oh man, see. I know what's gonna happen next, and it's a lot of sadness. So I'm not even gonna mention it. Just gonna let you watch. Salt was a 55-yarder. Didn't trust Hauschka enough to do it, so I decided to just go for it. Hindsight 2020, probably should have just kicked it. You know, I'm a pretty decent kicker, so whatever. But here I see only one guy down the middle. Decide, all right, here we go. Obamanu, you got to make the play. 6 seconds left. You can do it. Hike the ball. Obamanu down the middle. Clear. Run faster, stupid. Didn't get it by the end of the half. At the 3-yard line. So if I had that timeout, if Sidney Rice could have got out of bounds, I could have had the touchdown. But alas, that's not how it fell. So got to kick the ball off to the Packers yet again. And this part's kind of tedious and annoying, but hey, it's what happened. So they conserved time, which I didn't think they were going to do. I thought they were just going to run the clock. But it ended up, I believe, working in my favor. Here I went to, yeah, this is where I switched to my dime coverage so that I could bring those the linebackers closer. Don't actually know why I did that. I think I was planning on blitzing with the sugar blitz, which you can also fake to do coverage. So that was probably why I did it in the first place. But this is the play. Broke 3 tackles, almost 4, and he got 7 yards. Did not know Cedric Benson was that good. Probably a bunch of all Madden nonsense, but still, gotta hand it to the computer. Did a pretty good job. So here we go, going. I believe I went cover 2. No, this was the cover 1 spy that I did. I don't know why I had that guy in spy. I really don't. I think I was looking to. I think he was. No, I remember now. He was inkling to run it at one point, and I was kind of nervous, so I decided to do the spy so that he wouldn't get anywhere near him. But here I got him on 30 inches, and I believe I went cover 2 at this point. Yep, went cover 2. Just because I didn't want him to get it on the outside, and then I saw that he was lined up in kind of a I formation, so I was like, oh, I should blitz it because I'm so smart. He flipped it to the outside. I should have done the cover 2 because then that zone would have been covered. That guy would have ran down the field. He did the fake fullback flip, and see, my guy was being blocked, but my coverage guy could have still made the tackle because he's really fast, and he was a good 6 yards. I believe, no, maybe more like 4 yards behind the line of scrimmage, so he could have made the tackle, but he didn't. So there was that run. That was a halfback toss, I believe. One surprising thing that I didn't see was the full house. Packers usually do like a full house formation every now and then. Didn't see it at all. Maybe it was just there was never a right situation for it. But here was a single back bunch coverage that they kind of did, and then I switched it. I switched my coverage to the inside, which really wasn't a great idea. Again, hindsight 2020. 3rd and 2. Spoiler alert: they converted on the next play. I believe I did a cover 6, maybe. Nope. Spinner. Nope. Went back to cover 3, and I think I brought him up in press coverage. Right about. No, I guess not. And they ran a draw play. So that is what is always going to happen when you're in cover 3, and they run a draw play. So at this point, I was getting pretty mad. I think I ended up blitzing him a couple times, and you'll see what happened. Ran cover 2. Went in with my linebacker, and he caught it freaking short. And when you catch it short and then you run 19 yards with it, you pretty much know that you need to start putting your guys in the middle with zone coverage. So I think I switched to that in this next play, and I went with a cover, or what did I end up doing? Yeah, went with the cover 4 because I saw that they were doing 4 wide receivers, and I decided that deep coverage was necessary. So they ran past one of them, and that guy came out of nowhere. I guess he went and did a cross route to the outside. Yeah, there he goes. Cross route, got the ball, got 3 yards. That's not a big deal. But I made it go to cover 2, man. Yeah, and so as you can see there, they kept it the entire third quarter going into the fourth, and I was getting nervous. Like, it may have been the caffeine that I've had today, but my hands were shaking. I was getting nervous. You could hear it in my voice when I was doing the commentary. I was just like, oh, okay, so now I was like really freaking out. Went with the cover 6 here. I don't know why I didn't do more man coverage. It actually was kind of working out for me a little bit. But see, that kind of stuff happens because my guys are going to cover deep, which they're supposed to do. But then my linebackers are kind of garbage when it comes to coverage. They're really good at pass rushing, but when it comes to coverage, they're not quite so good. I think they're like 70 ranked or 60 ranked. So that didn't work out too well. But here I go with the man coverage, looking to stop them so that I'm only down by 6 and I can come back with a touchdown. But I believe they brought the clock down to 2 minutes 20-something seconds. I brought my linebacker up, tried to blitz him pretty well, and I didn't get there on time, but still stopped him before the first down. And then here I went with a cover 3, and I'm going to do cover 3 until the end of time when they have one guy in the backfield, because with the linebackers that I have, they can block the run, and my cornerbacks can also come around the edge. They're really good at doing that. I don't know why I didn't cornerback blitz more, but that's fine. So 3rd and 3, they still are able to convert on 3rd down if they can, and that would actually probably have won in the game, because I probably wouldn't have been able to stop him. But there we go, did cover 3 again. He gets chased down from behind, and 4th and 3, and all we got to do is suffer through the chip shot and get the ball back and try and score. So that was enough sufferance for one day. So I thought I was going to have about 1:20 left, but I ended up having 1:12, which, I mean, difference of 8 seconds. But we all know, Packers fans, y'all know what 8 seconds difference could make, right? Yeah, you do. So they kick it deep here, and I decided not to return it so I can conserve as much time as possible. They're up by 6. And I need to get a touchdown to win. I'm not going to go try and just go down, kick a field goal, then get you onside kick another field goal, and we can tie the game. We can tie the game. That'd be cool, right? Yeah? No. That's not right. So I go with the power 0. Sealed the edge really good. I probably could have got more yards if Robinson would have done his freaking job, but that's fine. I digress. Went with the corner strike again because it's one of my favorite plays. I can just get to the outside, run out of, stop the clock, all fine and dandy. So I threw it down to him. Didn't get out of bounds, so it kind of, defeats the purpose. But I still had 50 seconds left. Probably could have, spared the time out there, but, YOLO. And I went to the gun, maybe? Yeah, I went the wide trips for some reason. I don't like running wide trips. The only reason why is because I don't throw it down the field all that much. Except for this one, I went with the wide trips because I had to get it down the field as fast as possible. So Miller is probably going to be my primary receiver because I don't get open with those streak routes all the time. But with that deep post, I can pretty much always guarantee that it's going to be open. So here I spiked the ball because I am a scared little girl. Oh, no I didn't. No I didn't. I lied. I lied. So I went with the corner strike again to try and stop the clock again. And I have about 30 seconds left. Got the play with Tate, and I believe this is where I spike it. Yep, this is where I go and spike the ball. Probably could have, kept going, but better safe than sorry. So at this point, I have 19 seconds left. Really, really frightening experience for me, actually. I don't get scared when I play this game too much, but when I'm recording and I'm already 25 minutes, almost 26 minutes into it, I get a little nervous if I lose because that means I can't put it on the internet. Because that would make me a sad sack of crap. So here, again, I'm looking for Lynch because I always love that angle route over the middle. It's almost always open unless they run the zone coverage there or and do something along the lines of that. Didn't get it. Actually, the first time I threw a short, incomplete pass like that, like that tuck rule type thing. But here I went with the Y short drive, and I'll tell you why. Because when you have Rice running a comeback route and you got your guy backed off coverage like that, it's always a good idea, especially when he's running man. No. Yes, I believe it's when they're running man coverage is when you want to do this because they're going to be like trying to back off a little bit, and then you just get that comeback route, you get the touchdown and a late lead. So this is where it starts getting a little good, yeah. So again here, you don't want to go for 2, you want to go for 1. You just kick the extra point. You don't do anything else. You just kick the extra point because you don't want to be a show off, and because if you miss it, you're going to be screwed. Because they can, if you don't get it, then they're going to tie the game and you're screwed. But if you get it, all you have to do is make sure they don't get a field goal, which is what you have to do if you make the 2-point, and just keep it going. And then in this situation, a lot of people like to kick it short and do a squib kick. I don't like doing that at all because you have, I guess I have 17. Oh no, I have 11 seconds left, and so I kicked it. You kick it high and you kick it with the most power as possible, so that your guys can get under it. Because you want to pin them back as far as possible, but take the most time off as you can. And there's really not a great combination to do that, unless you do this type of thing, which I didn't really pin them back that far. I guess they got up to the 20. Is that where they got? I don't know. This is a live after game commentary, so I can't really see it on my small screen. But then you just go, you do your kind of victory formation where you just man up 3 deep, man up 3 deep, man up 3 deep. Get everyone down the field. Make sure they don't get that field goal thing. Here they went with a short pass, blocked it like a boss, and then they have 4 seconds left. They decide to go with it's not an odd choice, it's not an orthodox choice, but I give them style points for getting as many yards as they did. They actually went with a screen pass, which in man coverage doesn't really work out that well, but I was crapping myself at this point because I saw that huge open space. But they didn't get it, ended up winning the game by 1 point, but a point is a point. And so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Come back for more. I will be making more Madden videos just because I love the game that much. Stay awesome, and I love your faces.